You in broadcast.
Okay, so we in there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're gonna give, I do not own the rights to this music. And we're gonna give it about 5 minutes for people to come in. Good morning. So we'll be having our discussion at 8:04. We want to give people a chance to come in. And again, I do not own the rights to this music. So we'll get you coffee, some tea, whatever you need. Just come and join us this morning. Whatever you need. Okay, you guys, we got about 4 more minutes. We have 3 more minutes and we'll be going live. We're live, forgive me. So we're just going to take this time to just relax and breathe and enjoy the music while it soothes us, while it cleanse our soul, open up all of our energy centers. Just going to relax. We have 2 more minutes. So at this moment, I want everybody out there, Judy, L. Ray, you guys, let's take some deep breath. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Let's take a new deep breath and let's breathe out. One more deep, deep breath. Breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. So we have 1 minute. And if everybody can make sure their devices are turned down, Judy, L. Ray will be back in a second. I'm just going to enjoy this wonderful music as it relaxes us and bring us into centering, into the moment. This music is one of my meditation music, and it helps to cleanse the pineal glands and open up the third eye. And we'll talk more about the third eye. Okay, so it's 8:05, and we're going to get started. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Hope we got some guests on here. I'm about to check. Okay, nobody's on yet. Well, good morning. Good morning. We're going to keep it moving. Someone will come on later. And today's topic is, what is your identity with self? That is today's topic. I hope everybody understands in order to be on this with us, you have to join Conscious Awakening. So no matter, I don't see anybody yet has joined, and that's okay. I'm going to share this on my personal page. And somebody has to turn their computer down a little bit, but it's probably me. But anyway, I want to say good morning, and I want to share this. I hope we get some people to come in this morning. I know everybody is like, wow, okay, where are we supposed to go? So remember, we're supposed to be on Conscious Awakening. We're going live on Conscious Awakening. So I'm still waiting for some people to come in. And this morning topic is, what is your identity with self? So right now it's just Judy and myself, and I want to say good morning to you, Judy. How are you doing?
I'm excellent this morning. I feel really, really good. What about you?
I feel good. I'm going through my little detox, so got me a little jittery, but other than that, I feel good. I feel
Yeah, you
excited.
look good. You look
Thank you. You do too. So before we go further, as we waiting on people to come in, let's talk a little bit about identity and self. What do you think? What is your identity with self? Let's me and you have a dialogue this morning.
okay. What do I think about identity and self? Um,
Well,
I think
wait a minute, before you go there, I just want to break this down. Remember, we're talking about the spiritual side of self. So let's stay focused that because self is an acronym, and the S is for spirituality, E is for evolution, and L is for living, and L is for living, and F is for fulfilling. So we're just gonna keep moving. And now now, Judy, I'm going to ask you that question again. Now that I had made it clear what self is about. So, what do you feel about what is your identity with self?
well, for me personally, I always have a story. And so I really think that strengthening our spiritual well-being is just as important for me as like I woke up this morning and took a shower and brushed my teeth. And you might ask, well, why? Because the way I take care of myself internally impacts how I'm going to approach the world. So that's my take on it.
Okay, so I like your take. Thank you. I feel the same way. Self, my what is my identity with self on a spiritual level? I look at it also as taking out the moment, taking out the time to Elway, I'm gonna mute you. Taking out the time to work on yourself, connecting to your own spirit, connecting to source. So for me, that's most definitely me spending time and getting up in the morning and putting meditation first, making sure that I do my prayers, putting those things first. Because when I put those things first, when I put those things first, I'm able to navigate better in the world. I'm able to get clear answers. Good morning, Cheryl. Welcome. Cheryl is here. Good morning. So I'm able to, and Kim Miller, thank you. Welcome, Kim. I have Cheryl here. Welcome. So I'm able to to get back to what I was saying, I'm able to center myself and I'm able to get clear answers and able to navigate my day, So to me, that's what identity, just being able to identify with my own spirit, So that's how I feel about it. So I'm gonna see if Mr. Ray is ready. And good morning, El Ray.
Good morning. How is everyone?
Good.
Great.
So basically, the question is today is, what is your identity with self? And like I told everybody, self The acronym for self is spirituality, evolving, living, and fulfilling.
Mm-hmm.
Living a faithful life. So my question to you is, what do you think? How do you feel about your identity with self on a spiritual level?
Well, let me say this about that. um, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna keep moving. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What I was saying was, um, my daughter was going in and out of the door. I'm sorry. So the thing about yourself in the spirituality aspect of that is this flesh, this body that we live in, it's a lie. And I say that because
It's a
it's
what?
it's a lie. It's real, but the realest part of you is your spirit. It's your who you are. And this casing that we have in is just like our vehicle. The car doesn't move unless somebody is driving it. You know what I mean? And so the spiritual aspect of who you are is really the real you. It and unless you get rule over your own spirit, there's a scripture that says a man without rule over his own spirit is like a city without a wall. Anything can come in and anything can go out.
Okay.
So until you get rule over your spirit, you're out of center, you're out of whack, you're out of control. So we have to really focus on the aspect of centering ourselves in the spirit so we can navigate this flesh correctly,
Okay.
because the flesh is all about emotion. It let me say this: the spirit is quiet. It
Mm,
doesn't yell, it doesn't scream, it doesn't I have to have it speaks to you in a still small voice, and you have to be quiet enough and subdue your flesh to hear it,
okay.
because the flesh only wants what it wants. So with that being said, we're on a journey to first of all learning who we are in our spirit. So
Can you center your camera? Because I can't hardly see you.
I'm sorry, I
That's okay.
apologize. Yeah.
No problem. So, wow. Okay. So no further ado, we have these questions out here.
Okay.
We're gonna go into them. So the first question is, because the question for today is, what does your spirit has to do with chakras? So we all know that. So that's the first question. We have three questions here, and we're going to discuss it. And we also want our audience, even though we have Cheryl and Ken, hopefully someone else would come in. It's 8:14. We're still waiting on other people to come in. You all have to remember that this is a discussion for us all, and we want to have a dialogue with you guys because we're going back to conscious awakening. Remember the dialogue we used to have, and they were so wonderful in the morning. But again, we have to realize that everybody may think that we're on my personal page, and we're not on my personal page anymore. We're going live from conscious awakening page. So everybody must like the page so that you can get on the live with us every other Tuesday. So the three questions for today, what does spirituality have to do with chakras? Mm. So for me, basically what spirituality has to do with chakras is just the fact that we have to remember the chakra system is the energy of life. And most people, I'm not saying that people don't understand that, but it's like the vortex is the vote. Like, okay, like I'm gonna do this. Y'all know Sedona, they have these red, beautiful big rocks, and everybody talks about Sedona. Y'all know about Sedona, right? Judy and El Rey in Arizona.
Absolutely.
In
Absolutely.
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona,
Yeah.
there's Votex. They call, and every place have their own little Votex, but Illinois used to have one. It's not as strong as, but Arizona has a very strong Votex energy. That's one thing that I do like. You share the. So did you guys share this all to y'all personal pages too?
I did.
Okay, make sure you share it on your personal page. Era, I don't know if you're on your phone, but we got to make sure we share it on our personal pages. But okay, so anyway, let's get on. Let's have this discussion, because we have to remember, no matter if no one else is on here, this discussion is also for us. So my thing is this: the chakra systems are like the Votex. You know, we have these beautiful red rocks in Arizona, and they have a very strong energy Votex. But what we have to remember is that we have our own energy Votex in us. We have our chakra systems in us too. And when one of those chakra systems are, I mean, they are like the chakra, the Votex energy within us are like wheels of light within us. It's an energy frequency that runs through us, and it runs from the top to the bottom, from the bottom on up. Like at the bottom of it, and I'm not going to go into details where it starts, but if you guys have some questions and want to know, but it starts at the lowest point, and then as it moves up, the energy gets stronger and it opens up. I mean, think about a rainbow. And y'all remember the rainbow, the colors of a rainbow?
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
basically the energy fields in us are like rainbows, because they are colors. They are different colors, and they change its colors within us. When we get to one level, it's a different color. When it gets to another level, it's a different color. And basically what happens when you begin to connect to your own energy fields, you begin to unblock things in your life, or you learn where you're stuck at. What level you're stuck on? You could be stuck on your creativity. You could be stuck on, say your voice. That's an energy. That is an energy, because remember, what we speak is energy. What we think is energy. What we feel in our heart is energy. So it's all about connecting to your own personal energy within you. So when you're connected to your energy, guess what? You're connected to the earth, you're connected to the universe, because we all connected. Just like, think about the trees, how the trees grow, how the universe nurture the trees, the earth nurture the trees. All of that is energy. It's the same thing within your own body, within your chakra system. It all nourished. So when you're in connection with your own energy, then you're in connected with Mother Earth. You're in connection with the universe. You know what type of foods. I put out a post yesterday, and I said, what are you putting in your temple? I asked people, so that was my whole thing, because I have made a commitment, to really, I had a ball on my birthday. Let me say, I ate everything for the whole week, but I knew I was making this change because I wasn't feeling well, and I gained all these little few pounds. But I'm like, okay, it's time for me to make a change. And the reason I made the change is because I have to be very, very conscious of what I put in my temple, because I do understand that when I put the right things in my temple, I'm able to move differently. I feel differently, able to connect differently. So those are the things that I want to talk about, because remember, the spiritual world is vital. It's a vital part to your overall happiness. Would you guys agree with me?
Absolutely.
Exactly. 100%.
El Rey, you said that, the body was a lie. I just want to kind of go in with you on that, and let's have that little discussion, because I don't feel that it's a lie. I just feel like it's a temporary, we have to be in this physical form. And this is one of the greatest opportunities to have this physical body. But what makes it a lie to me is that what we do to it, how we treat it.
Exactly. Exactly.
How we treat it, how we not take care of it, how we think that the spirit world is out here, the physical world is out there, and it's all within. So if we're not taking the time to nurture it, then yeah, it is a lie. But most definitely it's on loaner.
That's it.
Yeah, it's on the loan. But our spirit lives forever. our spirit. And I tell my friends all the time, like I tell people when people pass along, even though it's very hard for me sometimes too, when my loved one leave me. But one thing I have learned in life is that you can still have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual relationship, you can actually talk with them, but you have to be open. You have to be open to the process. It's not the same, but it's wonderful. And I have had it going on for a minute. I noticed it a long time ago, but I'm going to stop talking because you guys know I can go on and on and on. I want to get to the next part of the second question is, what does spirituality has to do with self-mastery? And we know our self-mastery queen, Judy Davis, is most definitely going to open us up on self-mastery, because remember, all of this is connected. So I can give it to Judy.
Thank you, Kim. When dealing with self-mastery and the spirit, it's basically we have reasons that we are held back in life. And we have limiting belief systems. We have a lot of fear, self-doubt, low self-esteem, lack of knowledge, or a lack of skill set. And that has a tendency to hold people back, and they don't really know how to turn on the switch of success in their lives. So through self-mastery, you're learning how to unlock your brain. Really, that's the basic of it. And the root causes of our failures is when our brain locks, which is a tendency we have, that we have repeating patterns, and so through conscious awakening, what we are going to provide for you is a safe environment where you will be able to work through and break through those emotional blocks, to come out on the other side of success. So, they always say your lifestyle would never go where your brain doesn't live. And so a lot of us,
I need to write that down, Judy.
so your lifestyle will never go where your brain doesn't live. We have to move in certainty. And through our workshops and through our coaching sessions, we're going to help you be able to be so unrecognizably magnificent in a safe place that it will take you to the next level. So I'm going to stop right here.
Next level. Okay, self-mastery. So again, self-mastery, just like Judy referenced, what conscious awakening is about. And basically, conscious awakening most definitely want to take you on a transformational level through understanding your chakra systems, through understanding how to self-master. And basically, if you want to come and go on this journey with us, it will be magnificent. I promise you that. Magnificent, because it all connects. Learning about yourself and how your energy moves, learning how to self-master the things that you want to do. Just imagine, just think about it. Honestly, just really think about it. I mean, feel it within your soul. Just think about it. Just take a moment and breathe about what Judy just stated and about learning about yourself. I just want to take a moment to marinate on that, because sometimes we move so quick and we miss the point.
That's it.
So I just want this moment, just to have this moment, just to breathe, because we're always rushing in. We're always trying to do about 10 things, and we miss what's going on really in front of us, not conscious. of what's really, really going on, or what's really about to happen, because there is a big shift that's going around. And yes, we have a lot of life coaches and people out here talking about self, working with the self. That's the shift. So you're gonna have, as what they used to call it, the half and the have nots.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest part of this is you have to come in connection with yourself in order to self-master. So so I just want to breathe on that. I just really want to breathe on that, because she touched on some things. And I wonder if she can just say that one statement that she said to us. Just say it one more time, Judy.
Your lifestyle will never go where your brain doesn't live.
And can you just elaborate? Just elaborate on that. Come on, baby girl. We got
We
time.
all have dreams, we all have desires. We all have that because we're human and we want to advance, and we want to be able to be that unrecognizably magnificent self, right? But we have these blocks. So if you have these blocks, if your mindset is blocked, and we have a mindset because we tend to enjoy what's familiar. I know that's been my tendency all my life. Because it's really not, it goes even deeper than that, but we fear being rejected. And that was a tendency of mine for a long time, And so when you have these mindsets where you keep repeating the same thing, you keep doing the same old thing and expecting something different to happen, that's that kind of mindset. Your lifestyle will never go where your brain doesn't live. So if you want this magnificent life, and your brain doesn't feel that you're a magnificent individual, you're not there.
Exactly. And just as you stated, so just imagine in your own energy fields. If you're blocked, how do you expect to get there? Because you don't understand. Like Cheryl said, yes, a paradigm shift is happening in Earth. It's happening. And we either gonna get with the shift or we're not. And that's the real talk. Right now, I see the world is working from pretty much from like their second chakra. Everything is, even though as I was growing up, things were still sexual, but it's even more pronounced now. Everything is so sexual, with the way we dress, with the way, the women, work their bodies, and I was a dancer. I love dancing, but everything now is so provocative, sex and money. It's all, everybody has to be, it's about, I got to show it all. I got to do it all, and I'm not judging. I'm not here to judge anyone. That is not my goal of this, because everybody has their own journey. But again, what is it that you are promoting is very important to me. How you're promoting it is very important to me, and how you speaking it is very important to me. So conscious awakening is truly on a movement of really to shift the mindset, the heart, the spirit of people out here today in society. That is our goal, is to really help people shift, and get into the shift. Let's move. We're all into the shift. El Ray, Judy, and myself. We've decided this is the shift that we want to be on. We want to help people self-master. We want to help people become a king within their heart. How do you become a king? What is that about? So my next question is, because I know Mr. Ray is ready for us. I know he's ready. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right, so the next question is, because it's 8:30, and we have Cheryl as our only participant, but that's okay, because guess what? We're not stopping no matter what. This is our new beginning, and we're gonna keep on pushing. So anyway, the next question is, what does spirituality has to do with becoming a king? I put king or queen on there, but most definitely a king, because El Ray has his book out and his workbook, you know, and I'm going to share it. You can reach him and pick it up. But this is the book that Mr. El Ray Tasker is truly going to be working from, you know. So I'm going to let him talk about, you know, what does becoming a king has to do with your spirituality?
Well, let me say this. There's a definition that I elaborate on in the book, and it talks about king. And the best definition, it talked about being a monarch. And first of all, you have to be a monarch in your own life. You have to be able to rule your own life correctly, getting mastery over yourself. You know, self mastery, as Judy elaborated on. And secondly, you have to understand not even how to rule over people or guide people. You have to learn, first of all, how to guide yourself. And it says in chess and checkers, it's the part in chess, in checkers, it's when you cross the board and you go from one stage to another. And once you get to the other side, you're crowned as a king. So what it said to me was, you learn how to avoid the pitfalls and the snares that keep you trapped in places, and you learn how to navigate life on a level so you can lead somebody else through the path of being from capture. And a lot of times we capture our own selves. We make ourselves hostages in our feelings and our emotions and our and those things right there in our energies, as Kim, the chakras, as she said. And I don't 100% understand them, but I do understand that your life is based on your energy, what you give out and what you receive. And so, but in chess, it says you start off as king and you're given rule over different positions. Checkers is checkers is the state that you learn how to navigate being captured. Chess is once you become king, it's the advanced state. Now you're learning how to dictate and guide people and move parts and everything. So I'm saying all that to say this. Until you learn who you are, honestly, Kim said the word earlier, honesty. You have to be honest with yourself. And again, what I was saying about earlier, about the flesh being a lie, not from a standpoint of that it's not real, it's not, you don't have to feed it correctly and everything else, but the desires of the flesh they will snare you. They put you in relationships, they put you in feelings that only seek and serve to catch you up. And a lot of times you'll go into something knowing good and darn well that it's not the right thing for you, but because your flesh wants it. And I gotta have him or I gotta have her. And you know good and dang well that him or her ain't no good for you. But
we want it. But we want it.
We want it because we haven't mastered our spirit. We haven't mastered ourselves. And once you once you learn how to master that spirit, everything else comes into line.
So there we go with that self-mastery.
That's it. This is all about self-mastery. It's just the different avenues that you take to get to the right address.
Hey, now say that again.
It's self-mastery is about you're trying to get to an address, but you're taking different avenues. That's what the different walks that we're on. I'm, like I said, I'm a Christian. You all are a Buddhist and you practice Buddhism. So the thing is, I had to learn and understand that. You taught me that, Kim, just in us having a relationship and a friendship, that everything that I didn't understand wasn't bad. It was just that you were on the same journey to an address that I was on the same journey on, but we were just going down different streets to get there.
Exactly. And that's what, so I want to say, it's called it. Roz say, I want to say good morning to Roz when good morning to
Good morning,
Angel.
Roz.
So she said, Roz say it's called control. It's called control. Okay. Shawan Brand. What's that? And then Shawana's on here. I don't see her, but okay. I want to welcome everybody's coming on. I know you guys are probably confused because y'all used to me coming on my personal page, but we have to stay on Conscious Awakening until everybody gets home. So I'm not going to go back to my personal page, but I ask that you guys share this and most definitely replay. So share this on your page, and we must got a replay. And please, I'm going to drop down where you can please put your information in because we need your email addresses so that we can keep in contact with you. Because remember, we are on a shift. Conscious Awakening has shift. Good morning, Michelle. I see Michelle. So people, what we have to remember is, again, as El Ray always say, just breathe. So we have to breathe through this process because we are making a shift too in Conscious Awakening. We decided we wanted to take this further. We didn't just want it to be a talk show. We want to bring different modalities, different avenues so that you can get to your address.
Kim, can I even say this? In healing. We want to bring healing to the masses because all this journey, I mean, you can't navigate life properly without being healed.
Whew. And that's real because guess what? How do you navigate life when you are blocked up? Because you're like, okay, how do I get to the next point when I don't even know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling?
Right.
I don't even know why I'm attracting the men that I'm attracting. I don't even know why I'm having the financial issues that I'm having. I don't even know why why I'm sad. I don't even know why I can't get along with my own family. You have all of these variable things that's going on. And what happens for me is how I think and feel, how they call it bipolar. I think that bipolar starts because as a young child, we come in with different issues. We grow up with families with a lot of issues that was not dealt with. We got to remember, we have different phases of life that we are on. We go to different phases of life. We're not gonna, even though they may say 50 is the new 40, that's to me, that's a lie.
Exactly.
Because you have to know what phase you on in life. So we go through these. So I'm gonna go back. We go through these many different levels, and if we have not dealt with those issues, they just build on and build on and build on and build on. So then we get grown. Y'all know 20. I always say 20 through 19 to 25 is a whip appeal, especially if you've never had any foundation, spiritual foundations that I'm speaking of. What'd you say, Cheryl? Spiritual constipated.
That's it. You stuck.
Yes. So my thing is, so then you get to your 30s. There's something else because your 30s is all about, now you have reached the point where, you understand your identity. Your 20s are really, truly for you. But you understand your identity. And say you don't understand your identity. Now you 40, now you 50. Now you done been diagnosed with bipolar. Because now you having all these issues and you don't even understand where you are constipated at, as Cheryl say, where you
Mm.
are blocked. You don't even understand about a level of self-mastery. What is that? So you confused, and then they start saying, you must. They start talking about how okay, you got to take this medication, you got to take that, and then we start setting up illness. Angel said we
Mhm.
Angel said we must care for our spirit as well as our body. Well, it's all in one. That's what we got to understand. We got to understand. Rosalind spoke. Rosalind said most of us get. Wait a minute. Most of us get to their destination by taking a different route. Exactly. And we got to make sure we in the right modalities, we going in the right directions. We have to make sure because we can hook up with the wrong person, and I'm going to, and maybe I just want to tell this little snippet. And Judy, I hope it's okay. But just like I was visiting my friend yesterday, and she was saying how her husband truly supported her. And I don't have to go into details, but it was just breathtaking to hear that she was having an experience and he came in to save her.
He did.
I mean, and my thing is that's the kind of experiences we want to have with our loved ones, with our friends. Not saying that things have to be perfect, but do want to match with someone who has compassion for your life? That is
Exactly.
so extremely important to me at this point in my life. I need to have someone who has compassion for me, who sees me. Because one day I'm going to have compassion for you. It ain't going to always be me.
Right.
That was just something that I experienced yesterday. They don't really know how touched I was by that experience, but I was very touched, and I get a joy out of being in their environment and watching them evolve and grow as a couple. I really get a joy out of that. So, Cheryl said, yes, what she say, 50s can be the new 40s in your flesh, but you are spiritually immature. Bottom
Come on,
line.
man.
Michelle
Arrest.
said,
Go
mind,
ahead.
body, spirit as a whole. So again, we have to decide which direction we going in. So conscious awakening have decided the direction that we're going in. And we decided we're going to create some online courses. We're going to create some one-on-one coaching. We're going to have retreats. We're going to do a workshop because we're ready to take people on a journey and helping them self-master and helping them to become kings and queens in their own life and helping them to understand their energy fields within themselves, to unblock them. Ra said, when we help someone, we help ourselves. Clear, most
With,
definitely.
without question.
And Judy, you've been laid back for a moment, baby. You got to bring it on because I know you got something with that beautiful smile. I know, all this little dialogue me and El Ray been going through. I know you got to bring it, baby. I know you got something for us.
I just want to say that, I am so extremely excited about this journey. Not only the journey for myself and Kim and El Ray, but as you guys begin to join us, I think that our whole commitment is to take you on a journey beyond your wildest possibility.
Amen.
No, beyond means that you actually feel yourself. And we're going to take you on a journey inside of you, where you'll feel growing, you'll begin to evolve, you'll begin to win. And that's what we all want to do in life, is
That's
to
it.
win and to have the kind of fulfillment. When I was a younger woman, my story was always to be, really successful. And I became successful. you know, but then I paid a price in a lot of different areas in my life for that temporary success that I experienced. It affected my health, it affected me emotionally, but my money was good. So it's definitely not all about, you know, the money. It's definitely about you becoming clear, you know, and really cultivating self-determination. We're going to help you begin to foster a sense of personal responsibility and accountability for your life that you've never experienced before. And
Correct.
you'll also begin to recognize choices, you know, and you'll have control over your life, and you'll begin to be feeling so inspired to take the appropriate action that you need to do to transform. So that's all I
Mhm.
want to say.
That's it. You know, transforming. That has
As
been
go ahead. I'm sorry, Kim.
that has been a part of my language for a while. Let's transform. How do you transform? You know, and
Well,
I was saying it to myself yesterday, Kim, how do you
mm,
truly transform? What is transforming? You know, and I have, and Judy, as you spoke about, Judy spoke about an area. I'm gonna give me 1 second.
no, sure.
Judy spoke about, you know, the things, the decision that she made, you know, when she was younger, what she went through in life, and you know, and I can really speak on that too because I made some decisions in life, and I would say in 2016, you know, I was broke down. It seemed like everything was just taken away, all the material stuff. And it went on for some years. And it was because of me giving my power away. But in one aspect, it was good because I had to find myself spiritually. I realized that you can have all these things, but when they are taken away, what happens? Do you fall down? We have watched in the world today, from different movie stars to people, entertainers. They had all these things. They have a lot of money, but guess the one thing that is still going on in their life, they are still broken within their spirit.
hmm
So you can have all these things, but would your spirit be broken? No. We have to really work on our spirit. So that's what happened when all those things went away. I still had my spirit. And I had to realize you're not broken. Those are just things, Kim. You can get them again. And that was something Peter Sage said to us in a you know, he talked about that. He was like, you know, people walk around and they got all this money, but they're still broken. So as Judy spoke, that's the journey we want to take you on. We most definitely want to help you transform as we transform every day, every moment, every second of the day,
Kim,
becoming conscious. Go ahead, Elra.
I'm sorry, Kim. I just this thing is like bubbling up in me, and the way Kim Cheryl said we're constipated, but we have the way to become spiritually and emotionally unconstipated is in one word, and it's forgiveness.
Mm. Boy, you gonna make me shout up in here. No.
You see, because the thing is, you have to not only forgive others, you have to forgive yourself. You have to set yourself free in the mistakes that you've made, in the place that you're stuck in, because when we're unforgiveness is like eating a bunch of cheese
Mm-hmm.
and it's not moving. It's not moving until you get a laxative. Uh, uh, Forgiveness is the laxative to clean your spiritual system out.
Mm. That's deep, Elray, because the other day I just said to myself, I looked in the mirror because I'm always going back, you know, and on this little financial piece sometimes. And I looked in the mirror the other day and I said, Kim, guess what? I forgive you. I just said, I forgive you. It's okay, baby. Relax.
Can I submit this to you all right now, here and today? My uncle passed this past on the 4th. I'm speaking. I'm doing his eulogy on the 23rd, this Saturday. And I'm getting butt naked honest with you all right now.
Butt naked.
Butt naked, you know. And but the whole thing is, I come from a family on my dad's side that has a lot of pain, a lot of anger, a lot of unforgiveness. And because of that, because of unforgiveness, we get emotionally stuck as toddlers and as preschoolers, because you're in relationships with 50-year-olds or 50-something-year-olds, but they're really emotionally stuck at the place that their trauma happened because of unforgiveness, because they expected somebody to save them and be their superhero that wasn't capable of being their superhero because they were broken. There was and what I'm going to submit to my family and the people that will be at that service is, it happened. It happened, but it was a mistake. They didn't do it on purpose. Let them go. Move on. And that's what I submit to all of you all. Let it go, move on, and let your heart free. Once your heart gets free, then you can move into your best spiritual self. You can unblock the channels, your chakras, your clogs, your everything. Because when you get to that place of forgiving yourself first, forgiving others, even for depending on others to save you, you can live a free life.
Yeah, that's true. Cheryl said, shut down the whole. Cheryl so silly. What Cheryl say? She said, shut down the whole thing. Shut the whole thing down so we could just take personal inventory.
That's it.
And that's it, and that's something that, that's what I know people was tripping out on, this COVID-19, but I'm going to be honest, from a spiritual standpoint, it had to be shut down. So, because what I did, I went on a spiritual inventory with this also. I didn't just get caught up on, tripping on the fact that it was COVID. Yeah. But I started asking questions. Why is this happening spiritually? And basically what I found out is because we have been living such a selfish ass life.
Come on. You better say that.
So Spirit had to come and snatch all this stuff and put us inside. Like, we got to shut it down. We need to shut it down. People need to go within and just calm down a bit. I'm going to tell you, that was one of the most beautiful time in Chicago or in the world. I don't know if you guys felt it, but that energy was beautiful. That first week, the first 3 weeks was on fire. I tell you, I woke up at 7 o'clock and I was living with my mom at that time. I was able to do Gonyo at 7 and there was no sirens. In Chicago, in the city, you always hear sirens. I didn't hear a siren. I didn't hear a car horn. I didn't hear a car going down the street. It just felt like the world needed to be still. I mean, y'all have to remember, like people was talking about, you didn't get all the, from the fumes from the cars. I mean, a lot of stuff cleared up if we really take a look. It's really about cleansing the earth. But everybody, so we got to understand, even though everybody was freaking out, oh, I can't see my loved ones. Oh, I can't get out. And I understand we wanted to see our people, but this was about a cleanse. It was about a deep cleanse also. And we better take inventory of why this truly happened. Because there's a good side and there's a bad side. Because we lost so many wonderful people. But we all must go. Y'all know that, right? This is on loan. We don't know when the time is. We don't know. So I want to say we gotta be careful how we walk. We gotta be careful what we thinking. We gotta be careful what we say and how we treat people. Good morning, Ray L. I saw you on there. Wanted to say good morning. Good to see you. So this is like, it's 8:56. We got like 4 minutes. This has been wonderful. You know what this reminds me of, y'all? I'll let y'all think about that too. But anyway, this has been wonderful. And we will be back again and I'm going to drop it down. So our next date of coming back in is going to be on May 3rd. Remember, you guys, we're coming on every 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about evolving. What is evolving? On a spiritual level, on a self-mastering level, and becoming a king. What is evolving? So y'all get ready for those questions. And remember, share this on your page. Share this on your page and, replay, but most definitely share this live on your page. And tell everybody that they must come on Conscious Awakening in order to be on the live with us. This was fun. People came in a little late, but that's okay. And Cheryl said another thing, the quiet shook up the demon spirit as well. Bro, El Ray, can you speak to that? Okay, so you got 3 minutes, bro, El Ray.
Well, in quiet and confidence, that's where your true spirituality is, found. Again, I said, the flesh screams, the flesh yells, the flesh hollers. It tells you what it has to have. The spirit is quiet and it admonishes. It whispers, and you have to get quiet to hear it. Because if you're yelling, you can't hear a soft voice. I learned in conflict resolution in law enforcement that the louder they get, the quieter you have to get, because 2 people yelling will never hear each other. But if I get quiet and you're yelling, you have to listen and calm down to hear what I'm saying. So with all that being said, the demons want, your demons want you to live in a space of anarchy, in a space of rage, in a space of emotional fits. But the thing is, the spirit wants you to live in a place of serenity and calmness and peace and forgiveness. And so when you can get to that place, then you can master your demons. You can kick them out. Because this is all about good and evil.
About what again?
Good and evil.
Okay. The yin, it's about the yin and the yang. Yeah. How you gonna balance the two, baby?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just learning that it balances itself out once you learn to give over to walking on the balance beam. Because if you lean too far over on one side, you're gonna fall. And if you lean too far on the other side, you're gonna fall. So walk in that straight line.
So here we go. Let's get balance within our centers. Learn self-mastery on how to balance. Because that's what self-mastering is. And Rosalind, because it's 8:59, but Rosalind came on back in here. Roz said that's when you can hear the spirit speaking to you.
Amen.
Yes, and I love to hear spirit speak to me. Judy, I know you got one thing to drop down on us, leave us with, because it's 9 o'clock, and y'all know we got to keep it moving.
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning. I want to thank my team members, Kim and El Ray. And I'm just so excited about all of us leveling up. You know, I'm at a point right now where I am leveling up. I know what I want, and I believe I'm worth it. And I want you to join me.
Yes, yes, yes.
I want to say namaste. Thank you, everyone, for coming on. And we are all leveling up. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, El Ray. Judy, you and El Ray hold tight for 1 second. I want to thank all the guests. Thank you guys so much. Please share. We will be back May the 3rd at 8 o'clock a.m. Remember, we're coming on every 2 weeks. Please sign up. Please like the Conscious Awakening page. Please leave your information. I did a drop down for your information. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube page. I also left a drop down for that. Have a wonderful, wonderful, and victorious day. And see you on May 3rd. Bye for now.
Have a blessed day.